Welcome back to another episode of Hoarders. Wait, no, wrong type of hoard. Ugh, I swear, every time I go on TV, something goofy has to happen. Hello and welcome back to another Marine recruitment video. It's been a while. Did you miss me? Probably not. If you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing. Today we're gonna look at the Mongol invasion of China. Connor, I know you've been sad ever since you found out that steak fries aren't actually made of steak, but you gotta keep your head. The year is 1205, and as I usually say, it really sucked to be alive. I mean, for one, the Wi-Fi was really slow, but also life expectancy was lower than the average middle schooler's self-esteem, and people were fighting wars like it was going out of fashion. In the middle of all of this, you had the Mongols, and for most of their history, they'd been cool just hanging out and herding animals or something on this big field, but then this dude named Genghis Khan took over and decided to shake things up with a little world conquest. Now, not everyone was on board with this whole Genghis Khan thing, so there had been a few fights between the Mongols prior to this. One of the guys who had said no thanks to Genghis being his supreme leader had fled to the neighboring state of the Western Xia. This is what provoked the first Mongol attack on the Chinese states. In 1205, Genghis crossed the border and started torching some villages, a fun local tradition, and even got a bordering noble to accept him as overlord. Not satisfied, Genghis invaded again in 1209 and crushed all the Xia armies in open battle, but had kind of a hard time with all the cities because the Mongols didn't really have any cities of their own. Genghis and his army then advanced along the Yellow River until they reached the Xia capital. Here, they had a stroke of genius, using the finest mines available to the entire empire of the Mongols. A ditch was dug, dams were destroyed, and the river would be diverted to smash straight into the city. Well, that should do it. Dude, that ditch is going the wrong way. You're gonna end up flooding our camp. Well, you know what they say, those who don't see... But why let a little man-made, friendly fire, totally avoidable, completely ironic, utterly incredulous flood get in the way of a good conquest? Now that the Xia were conquered, the neighboring Jin dynasty started to get a little worried, so they sent an ambassador to the Mongols and were like, look, you're pretty big and powerful, but, we're even bigger and, powerfuler, so how about you accept us as your overlords and become a lowly client state? Well, it was worth a shot. No, it wasn't. This whole exchange did not really toot Genghis's horn, so he invaded the Jin in 1211. This invasion was similar to the last one in that the Mongols dominated the battlefield while the Chinese holed up in their cities. This time, however, the Mongols decided to play it safe and just didn't mess with any rivers. Now, the Mongols weren't the only ones who hated the Jin. The rival Song dynasty in the south wanted to join in the party as well, so they made an alliance with the Mongols and invaded from the south. Eventually, the Jin capital of Beijing was captured and the Jin emperor agreed to become a vassal to the Mongols. But then he moved his capital to the south and Genghis took this as an act of betrayal, so the war went on for a little while longer. This second part of the war actually outlasted Genghis Khan, who died in 1227, and didn't even end until 1234, at which point you think the Mongols would have just called it a day. Actually, Connor, that phrase doesn't work in this context because the war lasted a lot longer than a day. Stop it, I'm only like 6 or something! However, after the Jin were defeated, the Song dynasty made the idiotic decision to attack some Mongol land in China that they thought should belong to them, so the Mongols responded in the only way that they knew how. Relentless conquest! After the initial Mongol blitz, the Song were actually able to stop the Mongols at the Yangtze River, and this started a 20-year stalemate that was super inconvenient for everyone. However, this stalemate was finally broken when a fortress near Dayu was attacked for like the 100th time. The Mongols were defeated, but because of wild Chinese politics, the general who had defended the fort was actually punished. Imagine it like this. I am simply in shock, Megan. No, do it again. What? That was perfect. You only think it was good because your autistic vision is stupid. Okay, you know what? That's it. I'm quitting this movie and defecting to the Mongol horde, and I will personally make sure that your village is burned and your family lightly harmed. I mean, it would probably take you a while to bend down all of Sydney, but my kid's a brat, so you can go to town on that. Now, with the knowledge of this former Song general, the Mongols attacked the key city of Shenyang, and after a siege that lasted several years, were finally able to pour into China and start mopping up resistance. The last emperor of Song China, a 7-year-old boy named Bing, went down like this. My name is Bing, and I am your king. Whoa, what the heck? Yep. A bit anticlimactic, but now the Mongols have conquered all of China, so I guess I can end the video.